But you played one of the more iconic roles,
Yes, sir.
and I would say American film history of the here recent past 20, 30 years. Everybody knows
It's a
that
Mount
line.
Rushmore
Appreciate it.
film for me.
Yeah,
to be
I'm
honest
all
with you.
jacked up on Mountain Dew.
Well, what's wild is, like my undergrad's in film, and so like I was having to watch movies in that was like Clark Gable from the 30s. And the cool thing for me is I know that some poor kid in 20, 30 years is going to be stuck in a film class having to study like turn of the century American comedy, whatever that is, and they're going to hit Will Ferrell, and by the grace of God, they're going to hit Anchorman, Elf, Talladega Nights, and Step Brothers in that order.
Yeah.
Because those were 4 years in a row for him. Bam, 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 bam.
Were they really?
Mhm. And so to get to be in that
What a
lineup
run.
just for him is precious for me.
Do you remember being around him on set? Like,
Oh,
what
yeah.
was that like?
I worked 55 days. He worked 56. He worked one more day than I did. So we were there the whole time. I didn't mean to be an actor. For first of all, like I thought I wanted to be George Strait for sure. Like when I was 2 years old, I saw Pure Country and was like, "Let's go." And like my first memory on this planet was I was wearing black jeans and black boots. There was a band playing. They had a fiddle player because I guess that was the only time first time I'd ever heard a fiddle live. And I was dancing, and they pointed and laughed at me, and I just kind of shirked up and got embarrassed. That's really the only reason I think I remember it, because I was two and a half, just getting embarrassed by a bunch of people I didn't know. Found Dad's camcorder video, and come to find out it was Old Crow Medicine Show playing Wagon Wheel at the door of the Opry for the 75th anniversary.
Really?
So that's what I grew up wanting to do.
That's wild.
Like that's what I've always wanted to do. I had done commercials when I was 6 for like the local car dealership, but they'd use the cheer squad. I'd get like a Game Boy game out of it. I was good to go. Dress me up, whatever, say what you need me to. It gets me out of class.
Right.
But Talladega Nights was a audition in the newspaper. Somebody come in Mama's office and was like, "Here, think you should take Grayson to it." It was at Clay Chalkwell High School in Birmingham, and the only reason we went was because Daddy had a tournament to fish and we were bored. That was it. I couldn't read. Could not read English.
Did your parents?
I couldn't read English.
I couldn't read
Neither
English.
can Andy.
Yeah.
You both can read Japanese.
Yeah.
Actually, he's Vietnamese.
He said he gets his R's
That
mixed up with his
just makes you
L's.
think that King of the Hill clip where he's like, "Are you Chinese or Japanese?" He's like, "Neither. I'm Laotian. I'm from Laos." He's like, "All right. Does that make you Chinese or Japanese?" That gives me every time. So
Did your mom and daddy like push you into acting?
No.
Is that something you were motivated? You were like, I want to go do this.
I didn't even want to be an actor. I mean, I didn't know I could be.
Yeah.
My dad's a contractor, retired from the city of Montgomery. My mom just sold the firm that she started in as an accountant in high school. My whole family's lived in the same county for like 200 years.
So you're hold on. First of all, you're from Clanton, right?
Clanton, Alabama. Yes, sir.
And
Where the traffic bottlenecks on
Uh-huh.
I-65 every day.
So my
every
wife-
time I
Peach
drive
Water
down-
Tower, baby.
Ugh.
so my wife's from Prattville.
Okay.
So and her daddy lives in
Forgotten
Wetumpka,
that. Okay, yeah. Wetumpka Shotgun Sports Club. We're at Sweet 16, baby. That's where we went.
Camo Country,
Mhm.
right there in Wetumpka.
Yeah.
Man, you go get all your camo needs at Camo Country.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right down the road from my daddy-in-law's place. So the fact, I mean, you're from Alabama. I mean, we've had a lot of people from Alabama, man.
Mhm. Roll Tide.
Roll
Yeah.
Tide, baby.
Roll Tide.
So newspaper, let's go.
Just
you did
go.
some local car
And
commercials.
what's funny is I remember standing in line. There was a couple, like 1,000 kids there. It was the biggest crowd I'd ever, kind of been around. And it's funny because I was with him at John Daly's premiere, one door over last week for Happy Gilmore 2. Taylor Hicks had just won American Idol.
Yep.
And, you remember, like I said, just strange things as a kid. And I remember sitting there going, this must be what a line to a Taylor Hicks concert is like. And I got to tell him that. Which he got a kick out of, because that's just what I thought. I was like, man, it's a long line. It's probably what it's like to go see Taylor Hicks live, because he's from Birmingham. We're in Birmingham. And I went, auditioned, and my folks didn't even think it was going to be a real movie to start off with. They had no idea what was going on. 2 weeks later, they called, said, "Hey, we're having a call back in Charlotte. We want Grayson to come." I still had no idea what was going on. And the only reason my folks took me to the callback audition was because Six Flags was on the way. And it was like, well, the youngin' ain't ever been to Six Flags. We'll just stop by on the way back. And I remember the Scream Machine better than I remember the darn, audition. We got there. instead of 2,000-3,000 kids, there was 30, and they were all head and shoulders taller than me. So my folks, because they're auditioning for both brothers, my folks like he ain't got a chance. Ain't got a.
They brought you back
chance.
for the older one. That's
Yeah,
what they
yeah.
was
Well,
thinking.
what it was they're like, well, he ain't got a chance because everybody else here is head and shoulders taller than him and looks nothing like me.
What they didn't know, that's probably what got you the role, right?
My audition, normally when you do, go in for one, if you're back there for like 15 minutes, everybody, you did good. I was back there for an hour and a half, and they took all 30 of those other kids and just cycled them through. It was a chemistry read.
You were the one.
I was the one they had cast, and they wanted to match me to a brother. 2 weeks later, they called and said, hey, we need you to take off for 2.5 months, come to Charlotte, North Carolina.
And your mom and daddy had to go up there too, right?
Mama
Because
had
you have
to.
to have a parent on set, right?
Sure did. Mama packed up the Lincoln Town car, and off to Charlotte we went.
It's a good thing it wasn't with Nickelodeon.
Evidently. Evidently. But no,
What did you do so well? Do you know what you did so well in the first audition to where like you were the one?
I had no idea what was going on. I wasn't intimidated. I didn't know to be.
Yeah.
Like that's the only reason I made it through the film was the fact that like
You didn't understand really
I didn't
what was
know who
going on?
Will Ferrell was. I had kind of seen Elf, but like I never watched Saturday Night Live.
But like you wasn't starstruck by anybody.
No, I didn't know to be.
Yeah.
We were teetotal ignorance from all sides, which is wild. I mean, I got my big thing from that was I got saved doing that movie, which is crazy. So we were going to church at Central in Charlotte, and normally when you have a big part in a bigger film, you'll have rehearsals for like the first week or two, just solely rehearsals before you actually start. Everybody's kind of getting the feel for everything. And I had a bunch of language I had to say, scripted in Talladega Nights. And I was scared to death to.
And you couldn't read English.
I couldn't read English. But I was scared to death to say it.
Did they put somebody with you to
My mom would read
Yeah.
it to me, and
Okay.
I'd have to sound it out. Like I'd have to sound out my stuff. And I remember going up to Adam McKay, who's the director, who wrote all the majority of Will's stuff with SNL. I was like, hey, do I really have to say all this? Because I was terrified. My
To
folks
say
had
cuss words
yeah,
and
to
stuff like that.
cuss. Like when my folks didn't know I was about to have this conversation, of course, they were terrified too. And he got up. He was taking a nap. He got up. And he kind of got down towards me. He said, you never have to do a thing you're not comfortable with.
Mm.
And the rest of that shoot, they gave every sideways word, remotely gratuitous, to Houston, who was 13 playing 10, couldn't get enough of it. Most of my stuff was all wild lines. To my knowledge, the only scripted line I had in the film was the teacher asked me what's capital of North Carolina. I said Washington, D.C., that little monologue right there. I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew. I'm going to come at you like a spider monkey. One of you turds is about to get smacked in the mouth. All of that was them just sitting across from me in Houston going, these kids are dumb enough to just yell whatever we tell them to yell. They'll just say it to us. Wild lines. We spent a week doing the dinner table scene. They took all 4 or 5
the
cameras.
table scene?
Just the table scene took us a week. They took 4 or 5 cameras and just pointed them at a person. Everybody got a day. It took us a week.
So at that table, when y'all are filming, it's just you at that table.
Well,
When you're
no,
filming-
no,
or
I mean,
y'all
we
are all there?
were all there,
Yeah.
but pretty much everybody just got a day. And I was like, all right, we're going to see what shakes out. And
Today's
that's
your
how it
day to
was.
say wild shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was it.
You did cuss in the movie,
I
right?
said piss. That's all I said.
Are you serious? For
That's all I
some
said.
reason, I thought you,
And
but it was the
everybody
brother.
thinks that.
But you know what happens there? And it's just like in comedy, right? If you know how to use certain words the right way and you can
Mhm.
and use it in the right tone, right setting, right timing, you get people in their head thinking you said something that you really didn't say, but you never really said it.
Yeah.